welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble with your readings for August the 13th through August the 13th through August the 19th. Now, this is for your sun, moon, and rising, guys, and these are general readings. So if you would like a personal reading, you can click right here on this link up here, and that will give you some information on how to get a personal reading with me. Listen, guys, I'm so excited. I am up to over 4K in subscribers. That's huge for me. I am so grateful and I'm so ecstatic. When I upload videos, it kind of goes down a bit and then goes back up. So it might be a little below when you check it out, but it will raise higher. So I'm really excited, and thank you, really thank you for subscribing. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy that you stopped by, and I really hope that you'll come back, and I hope you enjoy your readings here. I start off with an astrological report for the week, and then I go into the readings for your horoscope. And as I said before, it's for your sun, moon, and rising. All the links will be below in the show more section. You'll also get other links down there you can check out. Check me out on Patreon. There's a link right here or below in the show more section, and that's another way to support me. And check me out on Instant Go. That's down below also. What else? I think that's it. If you are returning, thank you. I really appreciate you, because you keep coming back and you give me that inspiration to keep going with this. Now, the astrological report for the week. The big news is that Mars, and tonight, I'm actually recording this on Sunday, Mars is moving, it's still moving retrograde, and it's going back into the sign of Capricorn. Now, Mars loves Capricorn, right? Because it can get things done. However, it is retrograde, so we may kind of experience some clashes business-wise, because Capricorn kind of rules business and career and ambition, and Mars is get up and go and take action, right? So we might kind of have some, this is really a good time for you to look at all the blockages that you put in. Why do you procrastinate? What makes you procrastinate? Is it fear? Is it what is it for you? It's good to look at that so that you can remove those blocks and get ready for when it goes direct to spring into action. This is a really good time to plan, right? To get your ducks in a row, to think about what is your next move. How are you going to make that move? So if you know that, when you know that Mercury is in retrograde and you've got this, and you've got it, and it's in Capricorn, which is very ambitious and business oriented, you can really plan your future business wise and spring into action once it goes direct at the end of the month. Now, also, Mercury is retrograde too, and that is really slowing down and getting ready to go direct on Saturday the 18th. Another good time to, get your ducks in a row. Maybe get an oil change for your car. If you have to get to work, leave a little extra early, because you could run into some delays on the subways or trains or things like that. So it's very good to kind of leave a little extra early, especially if you have an important meeting. Definitely plan ahead and leave a bit early. Better to be early than late, isn't it? And you can always hang out and get a cup of tea and relax before you go into your meeting or before you go into work. So that's, when Mercury goes direct, there's always a little time, maybe a week or so, 5 to 7 days, of where the effects of Mercury direct is still happening. So it's very important to remember that, to allow for that. So if you've noticed that people are a little passive aggressive, or you've got that, silent freeze from some people, that will all change and abate once these planets go direct. Also, a good thing to be aware of is, or to be conscious of, is, Mercury is all about electronic messages, right? Communication. So be aware, make sure that you are sending your message to the correct person when replying, right? Or responding. So be very aware. I mean, I think we've all done that. I've responded or replied to somebody in error. So without further ado, let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your reading for August the 13th through August the 19th. And darling, wow, wow, wow. So many cards came out for you. You have a very specific and deep message here for you guys. The first card out for you, and please, I just want to please accept my apologies. I have had some technical difficulties, so I am late, so I hope this is worth the wait. The first card out for you is the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles is a service card, right? So I feel that you're in this place where you're kind of fed up with your life at the moment, kind of in general, and you're feeling that there's got to be something more, right? That you're really longing for something more meaningful in your life. And this is about being of service for people, and help people. Look, even if you don't have a lot of money, being of service is what's going to feed your soul. That's going to make you feel worthy when you're helping someone. And look, you've got the Eight of Cups clarifying it. And that is all about moving on, feeling, is that all there is, right? I always think of the Peggy Lee song, is that all there is, my friends? Then let's keep dancing. Don't pull out the booze and that. If that's all there is. Anyway, so this is about the service card. This is about being of service to whomever needs it, right? And the Eight of Cups is, spiritually leaving everything behind, not thinking anything's important, and just going on a spiritual journey. So sometimes this is also about seeking out a spiritual guide or a mentor or a group of like-minded people, whatever it is for you. You know what floats your boat, what feeds your soul. Now the next card we have for you, darling, is the Three of Swords, which indicates it's heartache. This to me is a deep rooted, it's almost like it's a childhood pain. It's so deep. I always think of Eckhart Tolle when I think of this, because it's like we recreate this pain throughout our life. So we feel it when we're very young, right? We have our heart broken by our parents or somebody close to us that we trusted, and we feel betrayed, whatever our experience is. And Eckhart Tolle, talks about the pain body, and we can recreate this. The pain body recreates this pain over and over again by, dating the same kind of person that's going to reject us, or being with someone that's emotionally unavailable, that's that constant rejection, or that, that's going to bring up this pain again and again and again. It's not even necessarily about the person that's creating this pain at this moment. It's got very little to do with that person. It's our choice to be with that person or to interact with that person so that they can, kick up this pain yet again with us. Now, when this card comes up, it's saying it's time to get it. It's time to feel this pain, feel it fully, and release it. The only way that this pain will go away is if we embrace it, feel it, and cry, darling. Cry about this pain. Connect the dots. And then release it once and for all. Forget it. Send it off to the universe to be healed. Right? Because clarifying it And if you are able to feel that and release it, and release all the people that create that kind of pain in your life, release them too. Release them with love. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to call them names. You don't have to, just release them. Let them go on their path and you go on your path, because even though they may have kicked up this pain, you're probably creating that pain in them somehow. Even though you may not feel it right now, but that can be the case. Now you've got the 10 of Pentacles, darling. So you release this. All your needs are being met. You don't need this. This is what must be healed at the moment. This is and look, it's a perfect time with Mercury in retrograde and Mars in retrograde to, release all that no longer works for us. That can be people, that can be places, it can be jobs, it can be situations, and it can be anything. But it's about looking at our situation and just letting it go. What are you in fear of? What are you afraid of if you let that go? Are you afraid of having all your needs being met and being happy? Because that's what will happen. Now, you've got 2 cards in the next position, and you've got 2 cards clarifying it. So it's kind of interesting, right? You have, this is really amazing. You have the Fool, which is a leap of faith, darling. You've got to take a leap of faith, Aquarius. Let that go that no longer works for you. That which no longer works for you, let it go. This is a leap of faith, and this is a new start in life, right? And what's really interesting is you have the Death card clarifying that. That is death and rebirth. So the death of the pain and the rebirth of a new life, right? So this is about an internal transformation, guys. This is about you changing on a cellular level and just deciding to let go of all that crap that's held you back. And you're going to take a leap of faith and you're going to go on a new journey. And it's going to be magnificent. This journey is going to be magnificent. Now, the next card that pulled right next to the Fool is the Empress. Now, the Empress is about creativity. She's about femininity, sensuality. She's about manifestation. She's about creating a wonderful environment. Now, look, she's got the sign of Venus. This is about getting in touch with your feminine side. We all have male, feminine, and masculine sides, and this is about really embracing your feminine side and really using your feminine wiles and creating. And she's magical and manifesting. She's creating an incredible life, right? Lots of magic. It's just wonderful. Look at that. Gorgeous, right? And clarifying her is the Magician, darling. Look, with the infinity sign. The Magician is interesting because that's creativity too. Look how fabulous this has all fallen into place, these things. So the Magician, right, he has absolutely nothing in front of him but the 4 elements: earth, fire, wind, and water, right? The 4 elements. Now, he can manipulate those elements and create anything he wants. When the Magician comes in, it's saying, darling, you have everything that you need to create the life that you want, that you desire. You don't believe it, right? Because you want to be stuck here. This is time to let this go, Aquarius. This is time to heal this once and for all and send it off into the universe. Now, a card fell out and I tried to kind of put it back and it would not go back in the deck. So this is clarifying, right, all 4 of these cards, right? This is a clarifying of all 4 of these cards. Now, this is the 7 of Wands. And this is your internal I'm just getting, this is your internal conflict. You're conflicted. You know, it's hard to let go of this pain because it's almost like you've identified with it, right? It's been such a part of you for so long. What happens when you get rid of that? What will you do then? What will your identity be? This is you. You've created this again and again. You've dated the same person over and over and over again, or had the same friendship over and over and over again that's brought you back to this, right? Whatever relationship you've had that's brought you back to this, it's definitely a relationship. And this is your internal conflict. Now, the good news about this is that this guy's right on top from a higher perspective. Take a look at this from a higher perspective, from a spiritual perspective, Aquarius. Take a look at this from the higher self. Really examine this. It's not about analyzing, because I know you love to analyze. This is about just seeing this picture, just looking at it as it is, so that you can move on and move forward, renewed, rejuvenated, the new you. Be aware of that internal conflict that you have, you know, in your head. Should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? Look back at all the times that you've been like that and what has worked for you and what hasn't. When those relationships finally ended, it was a good thing, right? Whatever relationship it was a good thing. You know that that's the case. So this is about putting these things, take that leap of faith, Aquarius. Things, you'll have all your needs met. Look, brilliant. The Magician, the Empress. Everything's going to work out for you. Don't be in fear. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Be courageous. Be strong. Be heart-centered. Be Leo. Courageous. We're in Leo season, darling. Go forward with courage. You will triumph over this. You will. Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Mwah, I love you all, and I'll see you next week. If you would like a personal reading with Mary, please go to www.liveinthesolution.com.